Like you know Ninja songs, old school or new school? Stand a chance to win big on Gusto Guess the Song. To be a part of this, call the numbers on your screen right now. Come on board and let's do things the Gusto way.
Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions. Once again, thank you so much for always liking, sharing, subscribing, of course telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. Of course, Big Lala is very much in the building today. It's close, to the end of the year 2021. We are gradually just going to, the very tail end of the year. And of course, what better way to serve you, guys, the very best of reaction, topics and discussions and everything, than to actually review, the year artist by artist, event by event, music by music. Of course, giving you guys exactly what we think. It's our own end of the year awards. Yes, as we react right now to a couple of these things. Yesterday, yes, we brought to you Tiwa Savage in 2021. That was, really amazing. We also brought to you Rema and Olamide, in 2021. Whiskey, Burna Boy in 2021 as well. We also brought you, quite a couple of reactions yesterday, and today is day 2 of 2021 with Gusto. That platform where we get to actually review the year. It's a report card. Every artist must have their own report card. Definitely, the School of Music for the year 2021, and there's a report card for each and every one of them. Today, who do we have on the table today? Is the one and only Baddo. Olamide Adedeji, aka Olamide Baddo. Yes, the very back in the days, young boy from Bariga, came through to the limelight and he's never stopped ever since. 10 years still in the game. Of course, hit back to back. Olamide, truly amazing. But 2021 as a year for Olamide, Big Lala. Yeah. What would you consider the highest moment, singular moment, and the lowest for him?
Did he really have a low? Well, the highest moment for Olamide, I think, has to be much recently. Okay. I think he was named as one of the most streamed artists in Nigeria on 2 platforms, and then he topped one. He topped the Boomplay platform, and I think that was very, very dope. In an era or in a time where we see Burna with David seem like they are dominating, but he has a niche for himself and is dominated in that niche, and I think that's very high for him, that he's had a lot of people listen to his music and he's gathered a lot of streams this year particularly, and while I think he was doing something different from the usual. And I think that's the positive for Olamide this year.
Okay, lowest.
Well, I think the lowest has to be what's the name of this girl? is former First Lady, YBN First Lady.
Temi Ovasa.
I think the lowest has to be her calling him out, not once but twice, saying he ruined her career and things like that. In as much as he has tried to sort that out privately, but the girl has been relentless. And I think, Temi Ovasa, being the way she is right now, just leaves a bad taste in the mouth. And just because she was offered her first contract by Olamide, that's the non-success of her generally is one of the lows for this year.
Okay, now looking at the fact that 2021, with the way it has come, we know Wizkid has done quite a whole lot for the culture. Davido as well, with the features #1s here and there. Burna Boy as well. It's no news how he's got quite a couple of songs this year, awards as well, beat it, repeat, and all of that. Now, do you think that all of those things achieved by the other guys actually made a lot of music fans shy away from all the things Olamide has achieved this year?
Well, I think it's normal that somebody would hug the limelight the most than the others, but that doesn't take away the fact that the others are actually doing something incredible. I think this year everybody, without a shadow of doubt, congratulated or even, gave Olamide words of encouragement for attempting to change his sound and being successful at it. The previous album and the new album, they were success stories to an extent, and so it's only one person that would hug all these, whether we like it or not, right? But Olamide was able to maintain a good level.
Plus.
Yeah, if they're going to be something like, maybe a viewer's choice or something like that, or Olamide would certainly go for those kind of.
Anyways, let's move on to what Olamide, of course, has achieved. Some of the things he's done. This year, we know last year he got an ITL deal.
Yeah.
He resigned. Like a renewed that one this year as well. That one really amazing endorsement deal. Davido with Infinix. Whiskey with Techno, Olamide with ITEL.
And ITEL is top 3.
Definitely.
And apart from Samsung and the likes, but all these Chinko,
for the street and everything. Yes, definitely. Of course, Olamide doing his thing, and then he announced, some like in April, that the album UI Scuti is going to drop June 14th. After Carpe Diem, with the success of Carpe Diem. At the time you talked about this, did you think it was too, like it was rushed or something? Well,
it looked like it was too early, but then I think he had explored a lot of the better songs on Carpe Diem, and maybe because he felt, okay, I think I've done quite enough. I mean, all the buzzing songs had already was in a video. What was going to be the next song? And maybe he didn't think any of these other songs on Carpe Diem were worthy of being pushed next. He now decided, okay, I might as well give him more of that Carpe Diem style-ish, and he decided to drop a new album, which was going to be 2 albums within the space of 12 months. And yeah, that's what led to the birth of UI Scuti.
That one had J-Wheels, it had Fave, it had Lado, and a couple of other, it had Fino, as well on it. I've asked you this before, and you've always maintained that Carpe Diem was a better album than UI Scuti.
Yes, of course, Carpe Diem, without a shadow of doubt. It was an introduction of a new Olamide style, and there was the element of surprise in there, and it was enjoyable while we were at it. UI Scuti was, okay, we've heard this, we know this is a new style now, but are you able to better what you did the last time, which was where I think it fell a bit short. But that being said, this song Rock was the shining beacon of light of that album, and he milked and milked and milked, and there was success story for Rock.
This was like a master stroke in terms of decision, in terms of the lead single for an album and everything. Olamide did this, but then do you think it backfired with the fact that, okay, maybe no song was able to match Rock from the album?
Perhaps we could say that, because yes, after Rock, what song comes to mind again? Yeah, you get. So that was the major problem of UI Scuti. That being said, if he had dropped another song and then there was Rock in there, I think Rock would have still been able to push or propel the album forward. But then again, what is done is done. So I think maybe next year again, Baba will be getting ready to release another album
with the same sound.
Well, I really don't know. He's been going back to his old style recently. He's been giving people a taste of what Olamide used to be like. So I think it will be a mixture of both. He still want to do something new because he knows the reception he got was really, really good. But was it sustainable for him? That's the question we need to be asking.
2021 also gave us Olamide appearing on the Billboard Top Thriller Global. Now, is this more like the Olamide path, to the international thing that we've always clamored for or something?
At this point in time, Thriller was the in thing. There was always competition between Thriller and TikTok. Thriller was the app to be on, right? And Rock was trending on there and was doing really well on there, and he made it up onto the Billboard Top Thriller Global chart. And this was also an indication that Olamide style was reaching a far much bigger audience, and Rock was responsible for that. So yes, it was an indicator for him to continue in that path because Rock was successful.
But you talked about the fact that Olamide internationally and everything, trying to do that last year stroke this year was maybe a bit too late.
Well, that's what I thought. Maybe it was too late. He didn't do it when he had the youthfulness to do it. Right now he doesn't even have, he can't put as much effort that is required, although he's trying, but he can't. He's at a stage right now where people see him as they don't even see him as king of the street anymore. They see him as I
call him the emperor of the street.
Emperor of the street. The other guys who are ruling the streets and things like that. So I'm not saying he can't do it, but then the whole thing is different right now. While he was hot, while he was on top of his game, I felt could have been the right time to make that move. But that being said, I'm pretty sure he's made a little bit of success with it this year. But is he satisfied with that? And does he feel like he's leaving his own fans dry? I think that's why we're seeing him going back to this sort of old style rap. Now he's doing stuff with people from the streets again. So
Okay, you think Olamide is more comfortable being around the street guys than those?
That's what made him who he is, and bringing up people from the street. So perhaps he might decide to want to do that. But then again, another success story that he has, being a label boss or the emperor of the streets, is signing a non-street boy in Fireboy Jema, who's hugely successful right now. So he doesn't. The success of his label is not only dependent on him anymore right now. It's now dependent on him and Fireboy, and that's a good thing for him.
Of course, yes. And so the album, like we said before, had 10 singles, and we said Rock being the track 3 there and everything. But a couple of people also like Julie.
Of course, he perhaps noticed, or maybe it was his personal favorite, and he shot the video for Julie. But then again, I struggle to remember, although I know there was a lady vixen in there. I struggle to say, I really want to watch this video again. But Rock, if it comes up, I really want to see. I mean, those girls dancing, they did their thing. And I think that was it. This album, the success story of this album again was the introduction of Fave on 2 tracks to a much wider audience. And see what Fave is like. I'm not saying what she's doing right now is all down to Olamide, but this ushered.
I got to know Fave
through Olamide. Yeah, a lot of people.
That's for me.
Yeah, a lot of people would say that, and that's good for Olamide.
Definitely, of course, and of course Spotify as well. The international Jim and everything. Spotify, Olamide top UK album debut. Olamide with UI Scuti at number 7. It's
no secret that Empire pushed a lot in the UK. There was a lot of PR promo in the UK, and in the first week, it made this, which was good. They had billboards on Leicester Square, several places. There was a real push in there for Olamide, and these are the results of those pushes.
But you didn't seem to appreciate, those. Like, what exactly do those billboards do for an artist like Olamide?
I think they are flexes, to be honest. They are flex for Olamide. I mean, when Olamide Scuti came out. What's the name of this girl? May 7. I think maybe she was part of the PR team handling all that. They were able to secure him. They were like, no Afrobeat artist or no Nigerian artist has had the billboard on this Leicester Square, blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, it doesn't really mean anything because it's just PR. You have your money, pitch for it, you get it. Your ads appear, you get. So that's what I see.
Anyways, in terms of collaboration with a fellow Agbawo, like we always call it, Olamide, of course, this year 2021 did a single song with Reminisce. That one Omo times 100 got a couple of remixes here and there from people. But do you think this song should have blown up much more than it did?
Well, see, the problem with this song is not even the song. The problem with this song is the audience, is the rap audience. It's once in a while that a good rap song will come and trend, and people will do remixes. I mean, it's not every time. This time it wasn't that time. Rap scene in Nigeria, whether people like it or not, is not as big. They do have ardent followers, ardent listeners who will come out, and when something buzzing is happening, they will come out. But at the end of the day, there's no real culture driving it. There isn't, unlike the Afrobeat scene or even the Afropop scene in Nigeria.
Okay, going to this was a pre, the Grammy show. Olamide, French Montana, what is it? Fireboy DML, of course, meeting up and all of that. When you saw this picture, or have you ever seen this picture before?
Well, I have, and then there's picture of him backstage, and it was actually an Empire. Was it meet and greet for the artist? So this was Olamide being seen in the open in the international audience, which is all part of what was required. I mean, that he knows he needs to do. And from Empire were putting him in the right places, but then is he converting this?
What would you say if fans get excited about this picture? More like a collaboration that works or something.
Well, if they get excited, it's all fair and good. I still feel Olamide's niche is back home. But that's not saying you can't try to make something out of the international scene.
Forbes in 2021 as well, of course, rated Olamide's album, on the world excitement on the world albums chart, BTS 17, Maneskin, and of course Olamide on that one as well, with Forbes. That one as well, maybe.
This is a feature, and I think it's based off the Billboard World Album chart. So it's a feature, and that's nice on Forbes.
Okay, Julie, the video,
the big
as well. We also have Jela, the video too by Olamide, and quite a couple of other
very colorful videos.
Yeah, I mean this was colorful, from Olamide as well. Now, Julie, Jela, Rock. How many videos?
3.
3 videos. Has he done any other one apart from that?
No, I haven't. He hasn't. I think that's the 3 that he's done.
He's done so far for you, Scuti.
I don't think he did one with the one with Fave.
No.
I think that was actually got a bit of buzz when the pom pom.
Pom pom.
Let's see how it goes. Maybe he might decide to drop a video for that.
Let's talk about the Carpe Diem tour.
Yeah.
By Olamide. He's done with the tour from November 5th to November 28th.
Yep.
Quite a couple of videos I've seen or that I saw at the time. Olamide packing quite some crowd and everything.
Yeah.
How would you rate this tour 2021?
I think it was a good attempt for Olamide to attempt the tour. I mean, it was inspired by what the other guys were doing, which is Burna, Wiz, right? And he gave it a shot. Yeah, and you can tell that yes, he had a good time. We saw clips, we saw videos, we saw guest appearances, and fans had a good time, and that's the essence of the tour. Tours doesn't necessarily have to pull the largest of the largest of crowd. Some of these locations that you see here are where these other guys have performed, and Olamide too has performed in there. And I think obviously he's got a huge fan base locally, and those ones would, I mean, the ones outside of the country would come in and ride for him, and he has jams for days. So this was not a failure, and this was a success for him.
Okay, and of course to the latest one, ZaZoo Zehh.
I don't know when they play that song for my ears.
Why? Why you don't like the song?
I don't like this stunt. I think Olamide has made a statement working with talented artists. I don't want him working with just buzz of the moment artists and saying just because.
With all due respect, you're saying that Portable Omo is not a talented artist?
No, it's not. It's just the buzz of the moment.
Okay, now Olamide, like we all know, from 2011 or 2010 even till now, has been that guy. Is an epitome of an artist supporting the streets, supporting younger artists and everything. Now this is the latest move by Olamide, supporting Portable and of course Pokoli on that one. ZaZoo Zehh.
But
they are playing it for you.
Yeah, go sit down, Jerry. It's a street jam, but I don't see this guy lasting. To be honest, this guy just gives me chills of this other guy. I forgot his name. Is he Iju? What's the name?
Daniel.
And where is Daniel today?
Olamide supported him as well.
Exactly, he did. But these are not the kind of artists that last. But
would you? No. See, Lala, there are two things.
Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't help.
Daniel, exactly. Daniel.
But I just don't waste the guy. I don't waste the guy.
But do you rate Olamide's impact?
Yes,
exactly. That's what we're talking about Olamide here.
I get, but I'm just saying, I'm just passing my 2 cents on this guy. I don't see him lasting in the game. That's all.
You don't see him lasting in the game?
I don't see him lasting.
Let's focus on Olamide.
We're focusing on Olamide, but Olamide, if this guy...
Zehh.
I don't
Zehh.
I don't hear. Let's move on.
Anyways, Olamide, almost running of the year with this one, ZaZoo Zehh, Olamide, Pokoli, and of course Portable on this one. Olamide has been known for supporting the street for a while. 2021 is no different. This one being the latest one. What do you think? Well,
it's one of the hallmarks of Olamide. What he's going to achieve. He's done it severally. Apart from your ZaZoo Zehh, he don't do. We saw his impact on Bella Shmurda. I fell in love with Bella Shmurda. Why am I saying I fell in love? I fell in love with Bella Shmurda's music from Vision 2020. And why? Because Olamide was on there.
As well.
And then it was dope. And then they came in and did Triumphant. Before then, there was Olamide on Die Sales. Providing support. Olamide on several other young cats, right? And he's done this.
Olamide and Bad Boy teams. Gave him the video like that.
Go and show yourself.
Go and show yourself in this video.
And it did.
And Loading was that song that actually catapulted this guy.
So
after the
and I think remix. That's the good thing about Olamide. He's one of the few top acts in Nigeria who can say yes, I rose and I lifted others.
We rise by lifting others, like the video will always say. Olamide is closing off the year with this one, Olamide and Fino, with a live show between him and Fino, Eco Festival City, December 28th.
Festival City, bye.
Yeah, that's Eco Atlantic. That's where
Atlantic again.
It's Eco Festival. That's where Naramali is also having his show. And also the Sound City Fest as well. Now, is this a fitting end to the year for Olamide?
Well, they're trying to combine fan bases, which is fine, which is fair. And these are two very good friends. You're going to have the best of both worlds, and you'd want to be there when these two are performing. Definitely. Let's see how it goes.
Definitely. Anyways, Olamide in 2021, Lala, we've said quite a lot. Did you miss anything out?
Well, I don't think so, but if you think I did, please leave it in the comments.
Put them down below.
So,
what do you think? Someone said we missed Whiskey's VMAs.
MTV.
MTV VMAs.
Didn't you mention
Video music? No, EMAs.
Oh, okay. We enter EMA.
Yeah.
I might be, no.
Anyways, Olamide is 2021. Your rating. The report card is here. I forgot to bring my report card today. In fact, I'm going to bring it on the next show.
It's been eventful.
Over 100%.
It's been an eventful year for Olamide.
Music-wise?
Music-wise, I think it's really done well.
A plus?
B.
B?
Yeah.
Endorsement?
Endorsement, only item that comes to mind, but I think he still has the Monster.
Yeah.
And I think he hooked up, what's his name? Fireboy for that as well. So I'll give him a C for that.
Okay. What about collaborations?
Collaborations, did he really collaborate? Yeah, I think towards the tail end of the year, he released some jams stylishly with collaborations. I'll give him a C for that.
C for that. So overall, what does Olamide score in your report?
Average is meant to be a C, but I'm going to give it a B because I think he really did well.
That's an A. 75, 70?
17 and 8 now. So 65, 68.
70 will be A.
It depends on your institution. 17 and 8.
So 70 over 100% for Olamide.
Okay, 70 over 100.
For Olamide.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's have your thoughts on that one. Olamide in 2021 with all that we've listed so far, the achievement and all of that, the features, the collaborations, the song themselves, endorsements, his concert, his tour, all of those things that we mentioned. What exactly is in your report card for Olamide? What do you give Olamide? 70, 60, 50, 100, 90, 80? Let's have your thought. If it's a B or a C or an A or a D, put them down below. Of course, it is 2021 with Gusto, the report card for each and every artist, and Olamide is on this one. We'll see you guys with the next artist in a jiffy. Stay safe and God bless.
Peace out.